Hello everyone. Welcome to the second video, the two-part series kind of. If you didn't, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the first video and links underneath or wherever YouTube's putting it. Um, Basically, the first video I explained a little bit about my life, what I've been doing while I've been taking a break from WoW. So this video is going to be, since I came back to WoW, why did I come back to WoW, and what happened, what I've been doing. So this one's going to be the longer one, so I better start. Um, so everybody knows well, most of you probably know, I took a long break. Um, I actually came back about a month and a half after I left, and it was because my little brother told me that he saw me online, and I was like, well, there's no way. I, canceled my account, uh, basically shut it off, not paying for it, didn't plan on turning it back on for a little bit. And so I tried to log in, and I couldn't. And so I finally called Blizzard up, and they were like, yeah, it shows us that you put a time card on your account, and then started moving stuff and deleted a few of your characters. And I was like, oh, well, that's not something that I did. So they were really, really, really helpful. They fixed it all. Um, I think I waited on the phone for 30 minutes for tech support to answer, and then once they answered, they just nailed it, got it, all taken care of. And within, they said, within 3 days they'll have it all back. They'll mail everything to me. They'll fix, basically any issue I had. And 3 days later, I had mailboxes full of stuff. You wouldn't believe how much stuff they sent back to me. I mean, everything that was on my characters. And sorry, I'm losing my voice, but they sent all my stuff back to me. They sent all the stuff that was in my guild banks back to me. And then on top of that, one of my characters still had stuff on them, and it was stuff that I didn't have before. So I was like, well, you know, not entirely sure what to do with all this stuff, so I'm gonna throw it all in the auction house. And so I threw it all in the auction house, and it turns out it was about 15,000 gold worth of stuff. So I decided to go a little bit crazy. Since I started my other job, you know, money hasn't really been that big of an issue anymore. Um, so I said, okay, I'm gonna transfer one of my characters off of my server, off of Feathermoon, and then transfer my lock, my Horde Warlock, from another server to this one. Um, my roommate told me that he wanted to play on Feathermoon on Horde. My little brother plays on Feathermoon on Horde, so I was like, yeah, I'll play with both of them. It gives me an opportunity to hang out. And so, I transferred my shaman off. I got her a whole bunch of mine on account gear to take with her. Transferred her off, and then, transferred my warlock on. And then I moved my Death Knight from Alliance to Horde. So my shaman's on another server. She's got like 30 of the PvP bind on account tokens, the Wintergrass commendations. Um, she's got all the bind on account gear, and I moved her to a server that I actually do battleground twinks on. You know, which doesn't really, it probably doesn't sound too fun, but it's kind of awesome to be in a battleground with gear you shouldn't have, just overpowered. It's kind of nice. Um, so I moved my warlock on. He was 62, I think. Um, my rogue, I finally got her to 80. Um, I pushed for my warlock to hit 80. So now I have 9 level 80s on Feathermoon. My warlock actually just went to ICC last night. Ice Crown 10 and 25. He's, only got like 2 pieces of tier 9. He had 1 piece of tier 10, and then most of the rest of it was like level 232 gear, stuff like that. But he actually was pulling, like, on trash, he was pulling like 22k DPS, and on bosses, he's pulling like 7.58k DPS. So even with not so great gear, that 30% buff just does it for me. Um, And in the 25 man, I was actually with another Warlock who was Destro spec, just like me, and he had a 5.8k gear score, and he was below me on the DPS meter. So it's not always gear score. You know, gear score matters to a certain degree, but not as important as you would think. Um, but I hear a lot of changes are going to be happening in game today, so we'll see how that goes. I'm not looking forward to them. Um, so I had my ninth 80. I'm in a guild. Um, I've got a girlfriend. She actually is in my guild too. Just a lot of I've been quite busy. um, been gearing up my rogue a little bit. I moved my priest over to horde as well, so it's kind of confusing having two Addies on the same faction. Um, there's Addy Chan and Addy MV, but you know you get used to it. Uh, my girlfriend and I were actually running Heroic Magister's Terrace because she wants the pet, and the mount dropped, and she won it. And I've been after that mount for like 2.5 years on my Warlock, and it would never drop from my Warlock. But I was on my Death Knight, so I really couldn't say like, "Oh, I want that mount," because she collects mounts too, and I don't on my Death Knight. So congratulations. um, but no, there isn't really too much else that I've been doing. Just hanging out, doing stuff, trying to stay busy. Um, and we'll see how the next few days go with the new patch and all. Um, hopefully, and I do say hopefully, I will be able to make a few videos for you guys, at least once a month. Hopefully once a week or once every other week. But no promises. Uh, I just got a 2 terabyte drive for my computer, so I'm like really itching to edit again. So sorry if I'm not online as often as I'd like. But anyways, I'm gonna stop boring you guys. I will try and have something up for you guys later. And take care.